Hello everyone and welcome to Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform. So let's crack J in English. Now before beginning, let me introduce myself. My name is Rahul Yadav and my students they dearly call me Arthur. I am an alumni of NIT Jalandhar and I have completed my BTech in Mechanical Engineering. I have a teaching experience of 3 years in one of the renowned institutes of our country. And my only passion is helping students in whatever way possible from my side. Alright, so that was all about me. Now talking about Unacademy. Unacademy is India's largest online learning platform. Alright, no platform is bigger than Unacademy in India. And right now you might be hearing news that one of the partners of IPL, Indian Premier League, is going to be Unacademy. Alright, now once you get the subscription to Unacademy, you'll be having unlimited access to all the live as well as recorded courses from best teachers all around India. Alright, you'll be having the unlimited access to each and every video in a particular section. Right? Let me tell you the other benefits of Plus subscription. But before going to benefits of Plus subscription, let me tell you what you can get free on Unacademy. That is special live classes. Special live classes are free of cost for you, and you can see on my in this description you can see my profile of Unacademy, and you can go and explore the classes that I have taken, the special live classes. And tomorrow also I'll be taking one live class at 3 p.m. One live class will be at 2 p.m. and other class will be at 7 p.m. Alright, so tomorrow on special live class I'll be starting the chapter complex numbers, so you can go and check and you can see the facilities that are provided in special live classes. So the facility on Plus subscription are much more than that, right? In Plus subscription, what do you get is you'll get daily live classes. That means like the courses that you have in offline institutes where you go daily, you attend the classes, right? There is a particular pattern, syllabus pattern given to you. So here also you'll be having the same course type. You'll be having daily live classes wherein there will be proper communication between the teacher and the students. You'll be able to chat with your teacher, you'll be able to engage in discussions, you'll be able to ask your doubts or clear your queries, right? See, in offline classes what might happen is sometimes you might feel shy or you might feel hesitant for asking any doubt, but here you'll be sitting alone in your room, so you can ask any of your doubts clearly and without any hesitation. What else do you get is whenever the teacher is asking any question, so he'll be raising a poll. Alright, so you'll be getting options or true or false, whatever the type of question is. And you'll be able to mark the correct answer there also. Along with all the fellow live learners, there will be a leaderboard generated at the end of the class, so you can see how many questions you have got it correct and what was the time that was taken by you to solve all those questions. Next is you'll be having regular live tests and quizzes. Alright, so the best platform to evaluate where do you stand, that is how is your preparation going, is to give regular mock tests. And what better than Unacademy, where students from all around India they'll be coming here and they'll be writing the test. So you'll be having a larger crowd and a good crowd to assess where do you stand, how much you need to work hard. Alright, so after the test you'll be getting a detailed analysis also on your performance. That means you'll be knowing what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are, so you can work upon your weaknesses and convert them to your strengths. Alright, and hence eventually it will help in increasing your score. Next is the course structure. The structured courses in Unacademy are so properly planned, so smoothly planned that you won't face any difficulties whatsoever with the whole curriculum. All the courses are in line with your exam syllabus, right? They are so properly and smoothly planned that everything goes link by link. You won't face that this might have been taught earlier or this must have been taught afterwards. Everything is very properly planned and in a very nice sequential manner. All right, so maybe any exam, maybe UPSC, JE or banking, any exam that you are preparing for on Unacademy, you will never face any difficulty with the course. And lastly, as I've already told you, one plus subscription give you the unlimited access, right? Let's say you have plus subscribed into JE platform. So most of you are here in JE. So all the live as well as recorded classes will be in your unlimited access, right? You can watch any live class, it's recording any number of times, right? And at your own convenience. That is, if you even miss the live class, you can watch its recording number of times and you'll be having the uh, a facility to choose your own set of teachers. An academy won't confine you with a particular set of teachers. There will be large pool of teachers. So you feel with whom you feel most comfortable, you can see his or her, you can join his or her course, and you can learn from him. All right, guys. Also, sometimes what happens in offline classes is you might not be able to go to the coaching, or you might be sick. Maybe a family function is there. So what happens is you miss one class and the next three class will be bygone, because you won't be able to understand, as everything is linked to that lecture, and the teacher is not going to repeat that class for you. So what happens on an academy is, even if you miss the class, you can see its recording there and then, right? So there will be no backlog, right? What happens is, when backlog starts accumulating, no, it pulls you back, it pulls your preparation back, and try to get you off track. So when you'll be not having any backlog, so your preparation will always be on track, they will be always it will always be on. All right, guys. So go to the Play Store, download the Unacademy Learning app if you haven't till now, and go for Iit-Jee plus subscription. If you are in IT or any other, you can go. Now let me tell you about Iit-Jee subscription prices. Right. I'll advise you to go for 12 months or 24 months course. Why? Because see, JEE syllabus is very vast, and you need at least 2 to 3 months to revise all of the three subjects completely. Right. So for proper coverage of each and every topic with proper number of questions, you will require at least 12 months. You will require at least 12 months for the proper coverage of whole syllabus. Yes or no, guys? Now, if you go to any offline coaching institute, for 12 months, you have to pay 1.2 to 1.5 lakhs. Plus extra expenditure is there. Here you'll be getting it at 30,000. And if you use the code RYD1, you'll get 10% off, and the effective price will be 27,000. That is just 2,250 a month for all the three subjects, with personalized doubt clearances, with unlimited access. All right. So what can be better facility than this? Now if you are in 11th, or if you are having if you are in 12th, or you're dropping, and if you are having your younger sibling in 11th, you can just add up 1 month of fee and convert the whole 12-month scheme into 24-month scheme. Yes or no? Just 1 month of fee, and that will be 24 months for you. Now if you go to any offline institute for 2 years, you have to pay 2.5 to 3 lakhs. What happens in offline also is, you'll be having extra expenses of traveling. If it is not in your city, you have to pay for hostel, for food, right? So all the extra expenses will be saved. Now at the time of corona, your parents will be at ease if you prepare from home. They will be feeling safe because you will be at home. So this will be very light on your parents pockets also, plus it will give your parents a sense of safety, right? You will be in front of their eyes, so they won't be worried that much. All right. There will be less time wastage, no coming going to the class, no time wasting in between the class. So there will be a lot of time saving for you also. For 2 year course, you have to pay a 36,000 amount of 36,000, but above it, if you use the code RYD1, the price will come down by 10%, and the effective will be 32,400. That is 1,350 a month for all the three subjects. Yes, if you go to any offline coaching or tuition, you have to pay at least 5 to 6,000 for one subject only. Here you are getting all the three subjects covered in 1,350. So that's very cheap, right? Plus you will be having personalized doubt clearances, regular live tests. All right. So what all facilities do you need? This is the best package that you can get for your preparation. So don't waste your time. Start your preparation from today. Download the Unacademy Learning app and go for subscription. And don't forget to use the code RYD1, as the prices of Unacademy Plus subscription are going to be hiked very soon. The prices of Unacademy subscription will be increased within the coming days. So we don't know when it will increase, but it's very soon to be increased. So this time is the best time to go for plus subscription before the prices are being raised, so that you can save some good amount of money for yourself. All right, now let me tell you how much the prices will be going to be raised. So now 1 year course, right now you are having it at 30,000, and if you apply the code RYD1, if you apply the code RYD1, you'll be getting it at 27,000. But after the hike, this prices after 10% off also will be 34,650. this will be 34,650. That is 7,650 more than right now. So if you go for subscription right now for 1 year, you can save 7,650 a year. And for 2 years, right now the price after 10% discount is 32,400, and it will be further increased to 50,400 within the coming days. Right, so you can save your 18,000 rupees here on your 2 year subscription. For your 2 year subscription, you can save your 18,000 money right now if you go for subscription right now. Do remember to use the code RYD1 so that you can get 10%. Alright guys. So now today we'll be starting sequence and series. Today is the first lecture on your sequence and series chapter, and it is one of the most important topics as far as your JEE main and advanced are concerned. Almost every year one question is being asked from sequence and series, and it's not that much tough also. The question that comes in your main are relatively very easy. Alright, in advance you might get some tricky questions, but we'll be knowing how to solve these also. We'll be doing each and everything, we'll be covering up each and everything. Alright, so starting from first thing, what is a sequence? First of all, what is a sequence? So basically, if I try to define a sequence, this is terms following a particular pattern. If the terms are following, terms separated by commas are following a particular pattern, then it is termed as a sequence. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on, right? Or we have 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and so on, right? So every term, if I defined any term, let's say Tn be the nth term, so every term will be having its value dependent upon n. Yes or no? So it will be following some particular pattern. Tn will be a function of n. All right. Now generally we use the term Tn or An. We use the term Tn or An to represent nth term of any sequence. All right. So this is how we write a sequence. Now if I ask you write the sequence whose general term is given by 2 raised to power n upon n. If the general term is given by 2 raised to power n upon n, how will you write the sequence? So let's start substituting the values of n. The first term that you'll be getting is when n is 1, so that will be 2. If you put n as 2, the second term you'll be getting it as 2 square upon 2. If you put n as 3, you'll be getting 2 cube by 3 and so on, 2 raised to power 4 by 4 and so on. It will go on like this. This will be the sequence whose general term will be given by 2 raised to power n. Now let me ask you the reverse. You have to write the general term, for the following sequence. For the following sequence, you have to write the general term. The sequence is 0, 7, 26, 63 and so on. So how can you write the general term for this sequence? Now see, if you observe the terms very closely, if I write 1 cube minus 1, that will be 0. 2 cube minus 1 will be 7. 3 cube minus 1 will be 26. So if I write its general term Tn, I can write it as n cube minus 1. Yes or no? Now if you replace n with 1, you'll get 0, and with 2 you'll get 7, and with 3 you'll get 26, and so on you'll be getting each and every this. So this is how a sequence is generally represented. Its general term is either given by Tn or An. Alright, and it is the terms following a particular pattern. So moving ahead now, what is a series? Now basically what is a series is, it is an expression obtained by adding terms of a sequence. So let's say you are having a sequence as like this. Sequence is given to us like this: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and so on. Now how do we convert this into series? Series will be what? Series will be nothing but you'll be having a plus sign in between all the terms. If you add if you add all the terms and you write the expression like this will be now a series. Alright, it's pretty simple. Just the difference between sequence and series is that each term now are added with they are with plus 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 plus. In sequence you are having 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 8 and so on, right? And lastly, now we are studying sequence and series. So I have made you clear what is sequence, what is series, and the last term that we have is a progression. Alright, now you might have learned arithmetic progression or geometric progression in your previous classes, but that were of low level. Now what do you understand by a progression? Progression is basically term used to denote, used to refer to a sequence or a series. So instead of calling them a sequence or a series, you can refer to them a progression also. Now there are two types of progressions. Types of progression, one is finite progression and other is infinite progression. Now uh, from the name only you can understand what is a finite progression. Having finite number of terms. Having finite number of terms. Yes, like that if I write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. This will be a finite sequence. It is having 8 terms. Now infinite sequence having infinite number of terms, having infinite number of terms, or I can say infinite progression. Now how can I write in infinite progression? I can write 2, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 raised to power 4 and so on till infinite. It is going till infinite number of terms. So this will be an infinite type of. Alright. So now let's start with the main thing. Let's go on and start with the main thing now, that is first of your all progression. First is your arithmetic progression, or we also call it as AP, arithmetic progression or AP. Now how do you define an AP? How do you define an AP? We can write this. It is a sequence. It is a sequence in which consecutive, or we can say difference of consecutive terms is a constant. If the difference of consecutive terms is a constant, then we call it as an arithmetic progression. For example, we have 2, 6, 10, 14, 18 and so on. Now if you look at the difference of successive terms, the difference between 2 and 6, it will be 4. 6 and 10 again 4. 10 and 14 again 4. So this difference is coming out to be as a constant. So that means this sequence or this progression will be a arithmetic progression. Alright, now mathematically how do we express, or how can we know whether a progression will be arithmetic or not? So if I write, if nth term minus n minus 1th term, we can denote it by, if nth term minus n minus 1th term comes out to be a constant, let's write it as d. If this comes out to be a constant, that means, see, if I put ns2, t2 minus t1, ns3, t3 minus t2, if all these values are coming out to be a constant, and this will be then summation n runs from 1 to whatever it's going, n or r, or let's say m, tn will be an a. This will be an AP, arithmetic progression. Now this constant we call it as the common difference of the AP, common difference, and is generally denoted by small d. The common difference is generally denoted by small. Now let's get to general term of an AP. How to write the general term of any AP? So what we are having here is, let's say your first term is A. Let's say your first term is A, and the common difference is small d. So how will your AP look like? Starting from the first term will be A. The second term will be what? A plus D. The third term will be what? A plus 2D. And so on, it will go like this. Now, if I ask you what will be the nth term? So if I am writing second term, we are having coefficient of D as 1. If I writing third term, coefficient of D is 2. So if I write nth term, coefficient of D will be what? N minus 1. So this term is known as the general term, or you write it as an, or you can write it as tn, the general term of n. Alright, it is clear till now. This is your nth term of any. Alright, so from here, now what we can do is we'll try to find out nth term from end. This was your nth term from beginning. An was your nth term from beginning. Now you have to find out nth term from end. So what I can do is there are two methods for writing this. First, what you can do is you can write down the reverse order. Let's say the total number of terms. Total number of terms are m. So the terms will be a1, a2, a3, and so on till am. So now if you have to find out nth term from the end, just write it in reverse order, am minus 1, and so on till a1, and see the nth term from beginning. Or there is one more way to find the nth term from the end. Nth term from end, that is, I'll write it as a and dash. This is representing your nth term from the end. It will be equal to m minus n plus 1th term from beginning. Nth term from the end will be m minus n plus 1th term from beginning, where m will be the total number of terms. So from here, if you try to write a and dash, that is nth term from the end, it will be given by what? A plus m minus n into d. Nth term from the end is given by a plus m minus. So from here only we get to one of the important properties of an AP. One of the very important property for an AP, that if I write nth term from beginning and nth term from end, if I add up nth term from beginning and nth term from end, what do we get? For if we write nth term from beginning, we'll get a plus n minus 1 into d. And if I write nth term from the end, what do we get? A plus m minus n into, yes or no? So guys, if I combine this, what do we get? A plus m minus 1 into d. Yes or no? We'll be getting a plus m minus 1 into d. Now if you see this clearly, total number of terms are n. This will be your first term, this will be your last term. This will be your last term, this will be your first term. So that means sum of nth term from beginning and nth term from end is independent of value of n. It will always be a constant. So I'll be writing this property here. Sum of nth terms from beginning and end of an arithmetic progression is always a constant. It is always a constant and is equal to sum of first and last. As we have got here, this will be equal to sum of the first and the last term of the arithmetic progression. Alright guys, so this is one of the important properties of it. Alright, now moving ahead, what we have is sum of n terms of an AP. How to find sum up to n terms of an AP? Sum up to n terms of an AP. So we'll be doing the derivation of this also. Sum up to n terms of an AP. So let's say your AP is Let's say your sum is, first term is a, second term is a plus d, third term is a plus 2d, fourth term is a plus 3d, and so on. So nth term will be what? A plus n minus 1 into, this will be your nth term. Now again what we are doing is we are writing this in the reverse order. We'll write sum as, now we'll write the last term in the beginning, a plus n minus 1 plus, now this will be what? A plus n minus 2 into d, and so on, right? We have just reversed down the order, and so the last term that we'll be getting with the nth term will be a. Now if we add these two, if we add these two, add these two, what do we get? 2s is equal to, here if you see here, what do we get? 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now we already know that sum of nth term from beginning and nth term from end will always be a constant. So this all these values will be coming out to be same or not, and how many times? N times. So you can write this in n. So from here we get s is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into, this is what your sum of n terms of an AP. Now we can also rewrite it as n by 2 into a plus n minus 1 into d. Now if you see this, this will be the what? Nth term, yes or no? This will be the nth term. So if you have to write the sum of n terms, you can write it as n by 2 into a plus a. That will be the first term plus the nth. Alright. So this is how we calculate sum up to nth term of an AP. I'll write this like this: n by 2 first term plus nth term. Alright. So these two formulas are there. Whatever you want to use, you can use. Alright. Now what we have is we'll have one question based on. Or before that, let me tell you one more one. Now this is for any progression. For any progression. For any progression, let's say if you are given Sn, if you are given Sn, that is sum up to n terms, then how will you find out the general term of the sequence? How to find out the general term of the sequence? So what we can do is we can simply write down the general term, or I can say Tn will be given by Sn minus S1. The general term will be given by Sn minus 1. Now the explanation to this is, let's say your sequence is a1 plus a2 plus a3 and so on till an minus 1 plus an. These are your n terms. Now if I write Sn will be sum of all these terms. This whole will be Sn. And what will be Sn minus 1? Sum up to the second last term. This will be Sn minus 1. Now if I subtract Sn minus 1 from Sn, I will be getting the nth term, or no? So from there we can find out the general term for any progression, not only AP. We can apply this on any progression that you can. Any progression, it will be set. Alright. So now let's have question based on. First question that we have is find sum of all natural numbers. Find sum of all natural numbers divided by 5, divisible by 5, but less than 100. But less than 100. So what will be the sum that we have to find out here? Simply, what we have to find out will be sum of all natural numbers divisible by 5. So first one will be 5. So let's write it as S. S we have to find. Second will be 10. Third will be 15. Then 20. And so on. And the last one will be 95. Yes or no? The last one will be 95. Now we have to find this. Now if you look at the sequence, this series carefully, it is an arithmetic progression, yes or no, with common difference of 5. It is an arithmetic progression with common difference of 5. Now we want to find out what? We have to find out how many terms are there. Let's say n terms are there. So if I write the nth term, nth term, let's say nth term we are writing an, it will be a plus n minus 1 into d, and nth term is your 95, first term is your 5, n minus 1 into common difference is again 5. So from here what do we get? N is equal to, n will come out as 19. So now if you have to find the sum, if you have to find the sum will be what? N by 2 into first term plus last term. N by 2 into first term plus last term, that will give you 19 by 2 into 100, that will be 19 into, so what will you get? 900, and that will be the required sum for all natural numbers divisible by 5 but less than. Okay, is it clear? So now let's move to one more question. Next question for you is find sum of, find sum of n terms of two APs. Okay, if sum of n terms of two APs are in the ratio, are in the ratio 7n plus 1 upon 4n plus 27. If n terms of two APs are in the ratio 7n plus 1 upon 4n plus 27, what you have to find is find the ratio of their 11th terms. So sum of first AP is given to you as S1, and let's say sum of second AP is given to you as S2. Let's say we are having sum of n terms of first AP as S1 and second AP as S2. Now what we are given is, we are given S1 upon S2 is 7n plus 1 upon 4n plus 27. Now what we have to find is, we have to find the ratio of their 11 terms. So first let us write down what will be S1 upon S2. So when we write down S1 upon S2, what do we get? We'll get n by 2 into, let's say the first term for this is A. So 2 into A plus n minus 1 into D. Yes or no? This is what we'll be getting. And if we write the for the second, what we'll be getting? N by 2. Let's say the first term is capital A, and now the common difference is capital D for the second A. Now this is given to us 7n plus 1 upon 4n plus. So n by 2 and n by 2 can get cancelled out. What we can do now is, if you take 2 common from numerator, if you take 2 common from numerator and 2 common from denominator, what do we get? 2 and 2 will cancel out. A plus n minus 1 by 2 into D whole divided by A plus n minus 1 upon 2 into capital D, and that will be equal to 7n plus 1 upon 4. See, now what we have to find is, we have to find ratio of 11 terms. So what will be the 11th term of first AP? That will be A plus 10D, and 11th term of second AP will be what? A plus 10 into capital D. So we are having A plus something into D, and here also we are having A plus something into D. So what should we substitute? N. What should we substitute? N in order to get the 11th term here. So if we substitute N as 21, if we substitute, put N as 21 in equation number 1, in 1, what do we get? A plus 10D divided by A plus 10D. Yes or no? A plus 10D divided by A plus 10 into capital D, this. And here also we have to substitute N as 21, so 21 into 7 plus 1 divided by 4 into 21, and lastly plus 27. So guys, you can calculate this value. Now this will be what? This will be 11 term of first AP, and this will be 11 term of second AP. So we'll be getting the ratio of 11th terms as this. Alright, so I hope this question is clear to everyone. Moving ahead to the next question now, what we have is sum of n terms of a sequence. Sum of n terms of a sequence is given by S of n is equal to 2n square plus 3n. Now what you have to find is find the 50th term of the sequence. 50th term of the. So now guys, what we are having is we are having Sn. Now it's not given it is an AP or it is a GP. It's nothing is given. It's just given that it is a sequence. And its sum of n terms is given to you. Now as we have discussed, if you have to find the nth term for any sequence, you can always write it as Sn minus 1. Yes or no? So what will be the value of Sn? That will be 2n square plus 3. And what will be the value of Sn minus 1? Now in place of n, what do you write? N minus 1 plus 3 into n minus 1. Right? So now expand this and solve. So from here, Tn, you'll be getting it as 4n plus 1 after solving. After you solve this completely, cancel n square and finally take the coefficients of n and the constant term. So you'll be getting Tn as 4n plus 1. Now you have to find out the 50th term. So put n as 50. Put n as 50. That means 50th term will be 4 into 50. That is 200 plus 1. That is 201. So that is how guys we make use of Sn to find the nth term for any sequence. Now this is not given that this is an AP or GP, so it may be true, it is true for all type of sequences. It is true for all type of sequences. This result is a very important result. Tn is equal to Sn minus 1 is a very important. Alright, next moving ahead, what we have is question is find summation of I runs from 1 to 24 alpha of I runs from 1 to 24 alpha of I, given that alpha of I minus 1 is a constant. Alpha of I minus alpha of I minus 1 is a constant. And second thing what is given to you is and alpha 1 plus alpha 5 plus alpha 10 plus alpha 15 plus alpha 20 plus alpha 24. This is given to you as 100. Now you have to find summation of alpha I. So now let us observe this carefully. What we have to find is we have to find alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha 3 and so on till alpha 20. Now if you observe this carefully, alpha I minus 1 is constant. That means if you put I as any value, if you put I as 2, I as 3, I as 4, the difference of consecutive terms is always a constant. That means this sequence is an arithmetic progression. If this is an arithmetic progression, so we can write an plus an dash will be a constant. That means sum of nth term from beginning and end will always be a constant and will be equal to sum of first and last term. Now first term is alpha 1, last term is alpha 24. So alpha 1 plus alpha 24 we are getting it as here. So we can write it as alpha 1 plus alpha 24 once. Now guys, see, if you see this alpha 5, this is fifth term from beginning, alpha 20, fifth term from the end. So again, their sum will also be equal to what? Alpha 1 plus alpha 24, yes or no? And lastly, alpha 10 and alpha 15, 10 term from beginning and 10th term from end. This will again be equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 24. So what are you getting is finally what you are getting 3 into alpha 1 plus alpha 24. 3 into alpha 1 plus alpha 24 is equal to 100. So that means alpha 1 plus alpha 24 is coming out to be what? 100 upon. Now let's move to what we have to find. We have to find sum of first 24 terms. So that will be what? 24 by 2 into first term plus nth term, 24th term. That will be what? 12 into 100 by 3 and that will be nothing but 400. So this will be the sum of your required series. Summation of I runs from 1 to 24 alpha of. Moving ahead now, see, now we have to learn how to choose terms. Choosing terms of an AP for questions. how do we choose terms of an AP whenever a question is given to you? Like, let's say the question says if three terms are in AP, or if four terms are in AP, or five terms are in AP. Now, how will you take those terms? So in the question, if it's given that three terms are in AP, so we'll write the terms, or we'll assume the terms as A minus D, A, and A plus D. We'll always assume the terms as A minus D, A, and A plus D. Because if you assume the terms as A, B, and C, there will be too many variables. There will be three variables. Here there are only two variables to solve, so less calculations. Now if you have to assume five terms, so you'll assume it as A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 2D. Again, if you consider five terms as A, B, C, D, and E, there will be lot of calculations, but here simply two variables are there, so you can reduce your calculations. If four terms are required, so we'll always choose that as A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A. And similarly, if six terms are there, so we'll always choose them as A minus 5D, A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D, and A plus 5. This is how we'll be choosing terms of an AP whenever a question is asked. Let's say the question is asking if three terms are in AP, so we'll let the three terms as A minus D, A, and A plus D. If four terms are in AP, A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D will be our term. So this is how we choose terms for an AP. Alright, so let's have question based on this now. So what we are having is sum of three terms in AP. Question is if sum of three terms in an AP is 27. Three terms are given to you, they are in an arithmetic progression, and their sum is given to you as 27. Sum of their squares is 293. So you have to find the AP. What will be your arithmetic progression that you have to tell? So let's see. If three terms are given to you in an AP, what do we assume? Let the terms be A minus D, A, and A plus D. Now what is given to you is that their sum is 27. That means A minus D plus A plus D is given to you as 27. Yes or no? So D and D cancels out. 3A is equal to 27. So from here you get A is equal to 9. From here simply you will be getting A is equal to 9. Yes, so you have already got your one variable. Now only thing to find is D. See how easy the calculation have become. D and D will get cancelled out, and only directly you will get the value of your A. Now sum of their squares is 293. That means A minus D whole square plus A square plus A plus D whole square. This is now 293. So A minus D whole square will give you what? A square plus D square minus 2AD. A square plus D square minus 2AD. Next will be plus A square, and lastly this will give you A square plus D square plus 2AD. And this is given to you as 293. So plus 2AD and minus 2AD gets cancelled out. 3A square. What you will be getting? 3A square plus 2D square is equal to 293. Now what will be 3A square? A is given to you as 9. 9 square 81. 81 into 3 243. That means 2D square will be 293 minus 243. That means from here you are getting it as. So if I find the value of D from here, you'll get it as either plus or minus of 5. So what will be the sequence? What will be the AP? So the AP will be, the middle term is 9. First term is A minus D. So if D is plus 5, it will be 4, 5 and 14. 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 5, 14. And if your D is 5 minus 5, it will be 14, 9 and 4. That is same AP but written in reverse order. So this can be your AP or this can be your. Alright. Now moving on, we have some properties of arithmetic. Properties of arithmetic. So first of all, first property is if A, B and C are in AP. If A, B and C are in AP, you can always write will always be equal to A plus C. 2B will always be equal to A plus C. Or if you get A plus C is equal to 2B, you can also say that A, B and C will be in AP. If you get A plus C is equal to 2B, you can say A, B and C will be in AP. Right, next property, second and important one that we have already discussed. Sum of nth term from beginning and end is a constant and is equal to sum of first and last. Yes or no? That we have already discussed that if we have an, that is nth term from beginning, and an dash, that is nth term from the end, it will be always a constant and will be equal to a plus l, that is the first term plus the last term. A plus l, l I am denoting with, this is your last term, a is your first. Alright, so these are the first two basic properties that we have. Now the third one is if a1, a2, a3 and so on till n terms, if these terms are in AP with common difference is equal to D. If this is an AP with common difference of D, now here we'll define three things. First thing is, if you add or subtract any constant, to each term, that is a1 plus or minus lambda, or a2 plus or minus lambda, a3 plus or minus lambda and so on till an plus or minus lambda. If you add any constant to each and every term, the resulting sequence will again be in an AP, will be also an AP, and the common difference for this AP will again be D only. The common difference for this AP will also be as D only. Next thing is, if you multiply each and every term by lambda, like this, now this resulting sequence will also be an AP. This will be an AP, but the common difference here, will be lambda times of D. And the last one, if we divide each term by lambda, that is a1 upon lambda, a2 upon lambda, a3 upon lambda and so on till an upon lambda, this also will be an AP. And now the common difference for this AP will be D upon lambda. The common difference for this AP will be D upon lambda. Alright, this was the first set of properties. Now what we have next is, if we are having two APs. Fourth, if we have two arithmetic progression. Let's say your first arithmetic progression is A1, A2, A3 and till AN. Let's say its common difference is D. The common difference for this AP is D. And let's say the other arithmetic progression is capital A1, capital A2, capital A3 and so on till capital AN. And let's say its common difference is capital D. Now if we add the corresponding or subtract the corresponding terms of these APs, first of all, if we add or subtract each corresponding terms, that is A1 plus or minus A2, A2 plus or minus capital A2, A3 plus or minus capital A3 and so on till AN plus or minus capital AN. If we add or subtract the corresponding terms of these two APs, the resulting sequence will be an AP. This will also be an AP with common difference. Now the common difference will be what? It will be either D plus D if you are adding the terms, or D minus D if you are subtracting them. It will be D plus D if you are adding the terms, and it will be D minus D if you are subtracting. Alright, now if we multiply the corresponding terms, then we cannot say that they will be in AP or not. You can only say for addition or subtraction. Alright, so now let's have some question based on properties. Question number 1. What it is given to you is, if A, B are in AP, then prove that, you have to prove that first part is B plus C minus 3A, comma A plus C minus 3B and A plus B minus 3C are also AP. Find common difference. So if A, B, C are in AP, and then you have to prove that B plus C minus 3A, A plus C minus 3B and A plus B minus 3C are also in AP. And you also have to find the common difference of this AP. So now what we were having is, guys, we were having A, B and C. These will be in AP with common difference. Let's say the common difference is, alright, the common difference is given to you as D. Now if I multiply each and every term, if we multiply each and every term by 4, if we multiply each and every term by minus 4, let's say. So now if you are multiplying each and every term by minus 4, so you can say minus 4a, minus 4b and minus 4c. This resulting sequence will also be an AP, as we have studied. See, if you multiply each and every term by lambda, the resulting sequence is still an AP, and the common difference now is minus, will be lambda d. So here the common difference will be minus of 4. Alright, now if we add, now if you take, let's say, let lambda is equal to A plus B plus C. See, A plus B plus C will be a constant value, will be a constant. So if we add lambda to each and every term, if you add lambda to each and every term, so this will also be in an, this will also be an AP. This will also be an AP with common difference of minus 4D only. With common difference of minus 4D only. Alright. No, now if we put the value of lambda, we can write B plus C minus 3A. Next, what do we write? A plus C minus 3B. And lastly, A plus B minus 3C. Again, AP. And now the common difference for this will be what? Minus 4 times of the common difference of original AP. Minus 4 times the common difference of your original. So this was your first part. Alright, moving ahead to the second part of this question. Or let me make it here only. Now let's say what we are having is A, B, C. If A, B, C are in AP with common difference is equal to small d, then prove that the part is B plus C minus A, B plus C minus A whole by A, C plus A minus B whole by B, or let's write it quite differently. Prove that AB plus AC upon BC, AB plus BC upon AB plus BC upon AC, and lastly AC plus BC upon AB is also an AP, and also find its common difference. Find its common. This you have to do. Alright. Now see, again we'll be using the properties only. What we are having is, we are having A, B and C. They are in an AP with common difference equal to D. They are in an AP with common difference. Yes or no? Now guys, if you divide, or if you divide each and every term by ABC, if you divide each and every term by ABC, will the resulting be an AP or not? If you divide each and every term by ABC, will the resulting be an AP or not? Or no? We divide each and every term by ABC. Alright, so what we have? A upon ABC, B upon ABC, C upon ABC. This will also be an AP. Now the common difference will be what? If you are dividing each and every term by a constant, the common difference will now be D upon AB. The common difference will be changed now, D upon ABC. Now do what? Multiply each and every term. Multiply each and every term by AB plus BC plus. Let's take lambda is equal to AB plus BC plus AC. If you take lambda as AB plus BC plus AC and multiply each and every term, so now the resulting sequence here A and A cancels out, B and B cancels out, C and C cancels. So what do we have is AB plus BC plus AC divided by BC. Next is AB plus BC plus AC divided by AC, and lastly AB plus BC plus AC divided by AB. This will also be an AP. This will also be an AP. Now what will be the common difference? We have multiplied this whole AP, previous AP, by lambda. So now the common difference will be AB plus BC plus AC into D whole by ABC. This will be the common difference. Excuse me. So now what we have to do is finally subtract one from each. Subtract one from each term. So if you subtract a constant from each and every term, the resulting sequence still remains an AP. So if AB plus BC plus AC by BC, if I subtract 1 from this, next AB plus BC plus AC whole by AC, if I subtract 1 from this also, and AB plus BC plus AC whole divided by AB, if I subtract 1 from this also, this will be also an AP and the common difference will be same as this one. So from here guys, if you take LCM and solve, what do we get? BC and BC will get cancelled out. So AB plus AC upon BC. Next will be AB plus BC upon AC, and last one will be AB uh, AB plus BC plus AC upon AB. This will be an AP, and the common difference will be what? AB plus BC plus AC whole divided by ABC. This will be the resulting common difference. Yes, clear till now? So now uh, that's it for this lecture for today. We'll be ending our lecture here. What we did was, first we started with what is a sequence, then we did what is a series, then what is a progression, and then we started with the first progression that we studied is arithmetic progression. We did the nth term from end, right, sum of n terms and some properties based on your arithmetic progression, and we did some of the questions those properties also. All right, so in the next lecture what we'll be doing is we'll be having sequence and series 2. Sequence and series lecture number 2 tomorrow at the rate 9 p.m. on Let's Crack J in English, this channel only. 9 p.m. tomorrow we'll be having the second lecture of sequence and series. And guys, let me inform you about one more thing. There will be a live quiz tomorrow on the chapter that we have recently finished, that is quadratic equations. We'll be having a live quiz tomorrow 7 p.m. only on Unacademy special class. Alright, so if you haven't followed me till now on Unacademy, my profile link is in description. You can follow me on Unacademy so that you can get the notifications. So if you were able to understand what is an arithmetic progression, please like the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel till now, please hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified whenever a new video is being uploaded. And also tell me in the comments what are the topics that you face most difficulties in. I am from my side, I am trying to cover each and every topic before JE 21 that is there in your syllabus with YouTube as well as Unacademy special classes combined. So tomorrow on Unacademy we'll be starting our complex numbers chapter. From 3 p.m. we'll be having, from 3 p.m. Unacademy only 3 p.m. we'll be having first lecture on complex numbers. First lecture on complex. Alright guys, and again let me remind you, Unacademy is going to hike the prices for your Plus subscription. So if you haven't subscribed to Plus till now, you can go and subscribe it till now and save some good amount of money right now. And you can use my code RYD1 to get a 10% discount on whatever subscription. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself. Stay safe. Take care of your parents. All right. So let's crack JEE in English. Thank you and goodbye.